just to explain the situation here, we're standing on platform 7, south country end of the station. Temporary hoarding in place here across round to the bottom of the escalators. Come the night of the 20th into the 21st, all of this will be removed. We'll have some security guards here, but basically this will be ready to open. And obviously leading you into the escalators before we open, but all of this will be open and ready to operate. So we've got all of our final lighting, customer information, CCTV is all in place. Behind you is the waiting shelter, which, believe it or not, I think used to be up the other end of the platform. We've relocated it, brought it back down here, got power to it. We're just waiting for Honeywell to come along and sort out the power door on the waiting shelter, in which case that will open at the same time. This platform originally had quite an extensive hoarding all the way through here, and we've opened that up. When we come back up onto the platform on the other side, you'll be able to see looking across when we go up 5 and 6. So we'll now make our way up the escalator onto the
Yeah, this is the new airport entrance concourse.
This is already different from what I came.
So where we're standing now, in the middle of the new concourse, overall space here around about 1,700 square metres. Okay, about the size of 8 tennis courts, I think, is one of the statistics that's been quoted. What you can see here is your 4 high capacity lifts, 2 on each platform. Each lift high capacity, because obviously what you've got here in Gatwick is a lot of people arriving with suitcases, and this is critical to getting people up and quickly off the lifts. The last 3 weeks we've been putting all of the special acoustic truss cladding on all the main trusses, so that has acoustic properties to give us the best possible performance out of the PAVA systems, okay, because we have to meet a certain level of intelligence in terms of speech. Throughout the whole concourse area you can see there is new customer information systems, and you'll see live information. They're already connected, they're already commissioned, and they're all ready to go. So that gives passengers arriving here information about boarding trains. And obviously you'll see a lot of signage, as you can see all around you, pointing and directing people to the airport terminals, which is through, and I'll take you through the clauses under the the interoperability requirements is the wayfinding. And actually what you will find in a few discrete places is what we call prismatic signage. So if you come here, you've got prismatic signage. That's one of the requirements, and throughout the station areas we've built for partially sighted people throughout the station areas. They're actually inflated pillows up in the main roof, right the way across between the trusses, both sides, so you're providing natural light, solar gain. There is a air pump on the back of the PTI building on the roof, and the air pump pumps air around all of the pillows and keeps them inflated. If you have a look at the Gatwick Airport arrivals road, ETFE pillows are on the existing airport structures as well. So again, architecturally it's sympathetic with the airport and the way that the airport architecture has been designed.
Yeah, it's great. It's a lot back here. We've got limited headroom, huge challenges in terms of structural solution. The ETFE is a great, great solution for
Birmingham
that.
New Street did the same thing, didn't they?
Yes, Birmingham, exactly the same. Yeah. In fact, very similar specification.
Otherwise, the whole thing would have fallen down because it would be too heavy.
Yes, yeah, and we had similar things here. We couldn't. Glass wasn't an option here. Yeah.
Revenue protection for the station, so effectively these are the new ticket barriers that are going in. They're just being protected at the moment by these coverings. They're all installed, they're all commissioned and all ready to go. Cubic are back here next week to connect them up. And actually, one of the pieces of work to be done here is to migrate all of the cubic control for the main gate lines in the existing station concourse over to here, where they've got a dedicated equipment room for their control system to control the barriers. And then you've got a terminal there which the staff is able to use to operate the barriers remotely. Okay, so effectively this entrance through here will be for people that are coming into Gatwick, not going into the airport, want to go out and into the access road and into the short stay car park, or to walk off and go wherever. It's not seen, the main station entrance is over the other side, but this makes sure that we've still got the capability to move people in and out of the station, hence why this is called the PTI, which is the passenger train interface. Okay?
Cross up angel at the airport.
We need another sign off.
Oh, well, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
All right, so you know where. Come the 21st, or the night of the 20th into the 21st, this hoarding will be removed. What the signage will actually say here is no entrance to airport, because you want passengers to go either in through the south terminal departures there, or up through the travelator to get access to the airport. The reason you don't want them coming through here, because they need a ticket,
Go straight into a gate.
a train ticket to a gate line, hence why this is no access to the, but obviously people, once they get to know it and they realise, you know, if people want to pay 40 quid a day to park in a short stay car park and get on a train, that's a facility they've got available to them. At this end of the platform, temporary hoardings here will be removed to open up the escalators and stairs. These gates will obviously shut across here. So this is the emergency exit in case of a fire evacuation from the platform. And off the London end of the platform you can see the ramp for people with reduced mobility, all the way down, feeds all the way down here, and then out the emergency exit doors here at the bottom. Okay?
Well, that's the emergency exit.
Over track 6 and 7, platform 7, platform 6, track 6 and 7, both down fast service, down fast lines. Okay? And just to give you an appreciation, when you look at this structure, and you'll see it better from the platform, just how challenging it has been to construct this above a 24/7 operational railway. 365 days of the year we've worked here, generally getting around about 4 hours a night working with a fast line possession, and maximising the use. And obviously you can't work on any of these parts of these elements of the structure when you've got an open railway. So that has been a massive challenge for us. You can't work on the roof and the edges of the roof. You can't have stuff dropping down onto the railway. And to be honest, originally there were two overbridges that ran across here, between independent bridges that ran across here. We demolished those as part of the construction works, and then built this new bridge deck to bring a much better and wider entrance into the airport departures. Okay. Come the 21st, this will all open. This temporary scaffold here and all the supporting Harris fence will all be removed. And try and imagine this now big open concourse right the way back from the top of the escalators there, right the way through here and all the way round for people to go straight in and to the 2 ticket lines that are the other side of this barrier. Okay? Of that concourse. We've got some important testing to do this coming weekend, so we have 2 of the clauses that we have to meet for interoperability is to demonstrate that the lux levels, the light levels from all of the lighting we've installed meets the requirements throughout the whole of the new concourse stairs, escalators and feed into the platforms. And the second one is that the PAVA, which is basically your public address system, speech intelligibility is consistent and uniform throughout the whole facility. So this weekend we'll be clearing all of the equipment, plant materials off that site, the temporary fencing, and we'll be undertaking that testing over the weekend. Once we've got the evidence that we met the required levels, that gets submitted as part of our technical files to the Office of Rail Regulation. That's the last two key pieces of evidence that we need to get through to get the ORR to certificate to allow us to open it. So that's really critical this weekend. We are confident that we'll meet the requirements. We've already done the testing once and we had a very, very small number of compliant and non-compliant areas, and since then we've put acoustic panelling up throughout that entire concourse area, so we expect to get even better results once we do the final testing. All of those temporary barriers, temporary scaffold and temporary routes will be removed, and then you'll have effectively one big open concourse either side of this bulkhead feeding in both ways into the airport. More effective. So we're at the London end of the platform at the moment. If you could just stay behind the yellow line, that would be great. If you look back up to the canopy there, you can see what we call the ski slope roof and the lift motor room for the lifts on 3 and 4. And you know, effectively, we've got platform soffit work and edging to do to finish off between now. In fact, most of the soffit work won't be completed here by the time we open. We don't need to complete that at the point that we open, because it's not the absolute requirement. Here is to have the lighting and the PAVA, the speakers working. Customer information, new screens there, up there, they'll be commissioned and ready for the 20th. So that building there, look, that's the back of house. There's the control room in the corner. So they actually, for the first time, have a view of the operational railway from the control room. And for anybody that understands, you know, railway operations, it's really, really good for an operator to be able to see what's going on in the outside world. Where those ticket line is just there, behind all that area there, it used to be quite an extensive set of building that housed all of the ticket office, cash office, GTR staff, their ops control room. That's where we cleared it all out, increased the barrier lines, made this station much more accessible with the wider ticket barriers for every single ticket barrier coming through, provided a new special customer assistance point over there in the corner, and just generally opened up this from this end here right to the other end is a complete new bridge deck that has been built from platform 7 across 5 and 6 and across 3 and 4 above an operational railway. And unlike some traditional bridge decks on the railways where we tend to build bridge decks off site, slide them in or drop them in, this had to be built steel section by steel section by steel section, and then effectively the metal deck on top of it, and then the concrete screed above.
Due to today's weather, please take extra care whilst on the station. Surfaces may be slippery.
7, which was a new track alignment,
of the
new platform track alignment.
Southern service to London,
we took the opportunity here to widen this platform. There was a very big wide way, what we call a big 6 foot across the tracks,
8 coaches.
to slew that track over and create the width to expand the second set of dual escalators going up into the new concourse. So come the 20th, 21st, this hoarding at the end here will be struck. In fact, we're probably going to remove that earlier, which will then give you access. So as you can imagine, you've got a 12-car train going to the end of the platform here. Anybody coming off the front 4 coaches will filter naturally into here and into the lifts in the middle section. People in the middle section will obviously feed into the lifts or the escalators at either end. So you can see you're kind of doubling capacity on each of these platforms when we open this up, and that should really clear the platforms a lot quicker. The other doors for that lift and all of that concourse will be open. So we brought this into operation earlier, and this is kind of some of the staging work we did to enable us to get flooring finished in certain areas, move hoarding about. Logistically, it's been really challenging, and this is where Costains, I have to say, I worked with Costains for 5 years at London Bridge, and they're just fantastic at managing that sort of stuff. They really are an excellent contractor in delivering this type of work and making it happen almost seamlessly. On that side, and you've operated the call point downstairs, this is the side that will open. If you've got people coming in both directions, if they press both the call points, both doors are open. So it sometimes catches people out. But that's the standard. That's the standard requirement for these lifts. As you came up, is what we've called the loading bay. There's 2 mullions, which are the steel sections, and 3 glazing panels that are missing there. And beyond that is a big scaffold loading bay. All of these mutes and all of the materials go in and out that loading bay. We bring in a small road crane and lift each one of these machines out. That's going to happen probably about the middle of next week. Wednesday we will start to clear the concourse, and then pretty much from the Friday through to the Monday, this will be then going through deep clean, and we will be getting it ready. So you know, all of the temporary protection that we've got around the goalpost pillars, all of the temporary covers that we've got everywhere to protect whilst we're doing the construction work, all of that will be removed. We've got some additional manifestations to go on the lifts downstairs that says lift. All the final bits of cladding and signage that's not shown at the moment will be removed, and we'll then be in a position on the Monday, potentially with the Secretary of State coming down to view the site before we open on the Tuesday.